Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. I hope the volume is loud enough for you guys. You might have to crank it. I have everything cranked up on the video and everything, and this time I made sure I downloaded the video, so we're not gonna be having any freezing or buffering. So I'll be able to play everything as is. It should work properly. So this is a video, okay, that I saw a few days ago, like about 4 or 5 days ago, on the channel called "Here's the Deal." I will leave a link to that channel and most likely, like, to that video in particular where he was showing this. And I thought this was a perfect example that I wanted to use, and I'm actually going to kind of go lean into his sentiments of how he was saying it, because I agree with Brian Young, who is who runs the channel. Here's the Deal, which is basically he does these commentaries and reactions to police audit videos. He's done police audit videos himself, so he's been out in the field with other top notch police auditors, who know the law many times better than even the police themselves. And they make the police look bad. Well, no, actually, the police make themselves look bad. But anyway, I like this video because I think in the video, in the broadcast that this was on TV, okay? I think they're so underplaying it, and they broadcast this under entertainment. But I think this is so much more telling, way more telling of the human condition, and why is it, and what makes it so easy. This is what makes it so easy for us just to follow like sheeple, to give our minds and our thoughts away, and so easily manipulated. This is what makes us so easily manipulated. This is what makes us so easily ready to give away our rights and freedoms, without question, because of something like this. Now I'll be pausing it at certain points to give commentary on. I'm not going to let it completely play out, but check this out.
Pay attention. Take a look at this crowded waiting room. These people may appear to be waiting for the eye doctor, but they're actually waiting for the first test subject in our hidden camera experiment.
Yep.
And here she is, right on time for her 12 o'clock appointment.
Hi, how are you doing?
This woman thinks she's here for a free eye exam.
Have you been here before? No, it's my first time.
What she doesn't know is that everyone else in this room is working for us.
They'll be with you in just a couple minutes.
Today we're running an experiment on social conformity, and the test starts now.
Boom. Yeah.
Did you hear that? These people sure did.
I'm joking. Don't do this. What's happening?
It doesn't take long for our test subject to notice a pattern. Beep means stand up. But why?
Yeah.
And if you were in her shoes, what would you do the next time the tone sounds? While you might think you make your decisions all on your own, when it comes to peer pressure, all too often, your brain is just following the crowd. It's all around.
Yeah. This this kind of is a little bit shocking. And when I showed this to my brother, he was like, "No, I wouldn't fall for this. That wouldn't be me." But you wouldn't think. You wouldn't think. If I didn't show him this, and this situation did actually happen, would he have been so you know easily able to resist it? Let's continue.
Around you every day, an invisible force you're probably not even aware of. It affects what you do, how you think, and who you are. It's called social conformity or
Social
peer pressure.
conformity.
And while it might not sound like a good thing, it's actually not so bad. The truth is, your brain craves synchronicity and takes comfort in the ease and efficiency of just going with the flow. And whether it's simply knowing what to wear in the morning, supporting your team at the big game, or even marching off to war, we're all programmed to be part of the group. And
Now, I don't know about you. I think they're so underplaying it, saying, "Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's a bit." I see this as a little bit of propaganda programming, saying, "Oh, don't worry. Yeah, we love you. You're easy to manipulate. We're laughing at you. We're showing you how easy you are to be manipulated, you know?" So I really think this is being downplayed. I think this is a mockery of us and showing, this is how easy this is why it's so easy for us just to give away our rights and freedoms willy nilly, because we just want to go along, go with the flow. But let's continue.
that's because your brain knows that there's power in numbers. We set up a hidden
Hmm.
camera experiment to see if this woman would stand up at the sound of this tone, simply because everyone else is. You might be thinking you'd never go along with this. Or would you?
But then after,
After just 3 beeps, and without knowing why she's doing it, this woman is now conforming perfectly to the group. But what happens if we take the group away?
yeah,
Elaine, please.
this is this is the most shocking part to me. I think is that she's doing it to be conforming with the group. Okay. They don't really explain this part exactly, and I think this is what makes it worse. This is what makes it worse. Watch this. Watch this. One by one, they disappear.
Okay, now she's alone. The crowd is gone and nobody is watching her, except our hidden cameras. What do you think she'll do? She's now conforming to the rules of the group.
Yeah, she's now conforming by herself. It's been programmed into her that this is how you behave. This is how you act in public. You know, go with the flow. Just the status quo, the path of least resistance. Usually that would be the right answer for most things, but when you allow yourself just to be easily manipulated, and that's the thing I said before on my channel. I feel that people sometimes are not they're not more they're slightly more conscientious than your average zombie. They just go on autopilot. They just go in their own little bubble, their own little thoughts, and when things seem to, that's how the flow goes, and let's go with the flow. But this is what makes it so easy for us to get advertised to spend money. This is what tricks you. This is which makes you conform. Yeah, it's terrible.
Without them even being there.
It's
Now,
so
watch what
bad.
happens when we introduce another outsider who doesn't know the rules.
For a noon appointment. Have a seat, and they'll be out in just a couple minutes. Great, thanks so much.
Nah, he's not gonna fall for it, right? He's too bright for that. He's too smart for that. Huh? What's going on?
I understand. Everybody was doing it, so I thought I was supposed to.
Think she'll teach the new guy what to do?
That's monkey. We say that in Moncton here. Monkey. Or I'm sure you heard this before too. Monkey see, monkey do. You know, Just whatever you repeat, repeat the actions of others. even though it makes no sense at all to do so.
We kept the cameras rolling as more unsuspecting patients arrived. And slowly but surely,
the sheep will follow. The sheep will follow, you know. And there's no real shepherd. There's no shepherd to guide them, you know. They're just hearing a tone, a click, whatever, and they're programmed easily, you know, by other sheep.
what began as a random rule for this woman has now become the social norm for everyone in this waiting room. Here to explain what's going on in their brains is Jonah Berger.
No, here to undermine it for all people and to try to play it off as it's harmless. It's harmless. I don't think this is harmless.
The University of Pennsylvania.
This sort of internalized form of herd behavior is part of what we call social learning. Starting at a very early age, when we see members of our group perform a task, our brains literally reward us for following in their footsteps.
When I saw everybody stand up, I felt like I needed to join them. Otherwise, I'm like excluded. Once I decided to go with it, then I felt much more comfortable.
Conformity is how we become socialized, but it can also cause us to develop bad habits or repeat past wrongs.
And it's why even this rebel, who wasn't standing for any of this nonsense, eventually joined the ranks.
No.
And the only thing more shocking than seeing how easily conformity affects the way you act is that similar forces are subconsciously shaping the way you think right now.
That's it. That's the end of that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, eh? Let's go back to the eyeball. I like that image. Where is that? Let's get back to the eyeball.
Pay attention.
Yeah, come. Oh yeah, pay attention.
Stop.
There we go. There we go. I like that image. So yeah, I'm gonna enlarge myself up here a little bit, and and so you can see me just a little bit better. And there we are. So yeah, that's my video for today. I just wanted to show people that I when I see this, okay, I'm not I'm not passing it off as just some some interesting little facts about humanity that you should know. No, I think this is a like when I saw this and when I showed this to my brother, we both got the same idea. You know, it's like, oh gosh, you know, and again, this is an element. This is an element in my favorite movie, Fight Club. You know, and how easy it was for people to join Fight Club, the reasons why they joined Fight Club, and also agreed with doing Project Mayhem when it turned into Project Mayhem, they went along with it, unquestioning loyalty to Tyler Durden. You know, and it's because of that. It's because we want to get along. We want to find something to belong to. We want to find our identity into something that's you know, that's bigger than us. We want to be led. We want to be told what to do. We want our lives to be so handed to us and so easy, and it is. Everything you need to know is at your fingertips. Every you want to find out where to go, you'll never get lost again. You'll never be lonely really, because you can always, technically you will, because you'll be shutting yourself off from everybody by being on the multimedia all the time. But it's just to say, to be aware, to not just to be steadfast in protecting your peace of mind and your being and the right, and not to be so led, not to be so brainwashed and so easily puppeted, because I love humanity. I know humanity can be so much better than this. We could be so much, nicer to each other. We could be so much more, we could be we I think life is amazing, but it is being squandered. It's being squandered, and stuff like that is helping it being squandered even more. All right, just it's just because I love you so much, I thought this was such an important subject to bring to you guys. All right. So if you are considering subscribing, go watch other videos. I do all kinds of little bit of different stuff, and I will be getting back into the music talk very soon. I am going through the ACDCs a little slowly right now, but I am going to pick it up like before in about I give it about like 4 or 5 more days, 6 or 7 more days, maybe at the end of the month or just at the very beginning of November. I'll have a nice presentation of going through all the ACDC stuff. I'll be pretty thorough. I'll be doing my rating system like I usually do for other stuff. So, and so much more. And I want to again say sorry for not being able to give you proper entertainment tonight. I mean, last night, or yesterday. But tonight, I'm going to a live venue with my awesome friend Robert Cormier and Francine McClure, and we're going to be going to see a couple of bands play. The Crooked Glasses are playing at Pat de Mouche tonight, so I'll be bringing I'll be bringing my pad and I'll be bringing my mic, and I'm sure that's going to finally sound better and work better. I'll do some tests and see how that sounds and everything. All right then, everybody, I'm done with this. Hit the like button. Leave me comments. I do love comments. And somebody has said that you give way too many likes for on your videos. Well, as long as you're not being mean, I will like that you have your own opinion and that you have a different point of view. There's nothing wrong with expressing your own point of view and the way you feel about things. And I'm never going to be ignorant to that. So that's why I give channel hearts and likes to even people being opposed to me. As long as you're being polite about it, that's fine. All right. So everybody, take care, be safe. I will see you on the flip side, and please, everybody, just have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.